Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Katie York set to get this one started. And away we go from Lumen Field. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18, right here. Check out.
Nick starting with a pass. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Getting out to his left. He takes it himself. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Go! Go!
From the 34. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
70 Lions. Hup.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Come on, set.
2nd and 6 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
19 Tiger. Ready.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
From midfield now. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Shut up.
To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
70. Check go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up. Brandon Jones. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Panther 60. Ready.
They'll run here following the penalty. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go!
He's going to throw this one. Flush down out to his left. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Let's go!
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut.
Walker now from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
You're going for it. He bats it forward on a quick touch pass. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs. Brock, they pick up the first instead.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide, or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Ready, ready.
Rucker on 1st down. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about
Let's
right
go
now,
now.
Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Got it. Ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Back now, pressure on its way. He's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
You're good on the point after. And the Seahawks tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. On now is York to kick this one away. And we get to see the new kickoff rules come into play right away here in Week 1, Brock. Since it hit in the landing zone and then bounced into the end zone, the touchback only comes out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
60 by 6. 62.
The give now out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
On the set.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Come on, come on. Set. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Nix from the gun. Complete. It's Ingram. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Nix with it on first. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready? Cut 19! Cut 19! Go!
Shotgun snap to Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. That's completed right side. And they get this down to the 28. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
On the ball, on the ball!
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos. Go, Reed, go! 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready?
Working inside the red zone. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set!
They'll throw again. Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set! Get up!
They'll come out throwing. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
18!
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Set, go.
Pass play coming here. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Ready.
Here's Walker running right. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Man in motion, headed right.
Go.
3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks pushing for a late spark before halftime. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Go. Hup.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20.
Ready up.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Come on.
Here's Nix to throw. Forced out to his right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. Has some daylight through the 40. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ready.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Putting the tight end in motion.
19. Pioneer. Ready.
Throwing here. Nix. Rolling left, buying some time. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And he makes the play. It's a touchdown. But hang on a second. I spy a flag out there, Brock. This could erase that score. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
This is Walker on 2nd. Room to work at the 35. And he's all the way forward to the 37-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Set.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
60 Eagle. Hut.
Looking to throw. Escapes the puck. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Hey, a normal old stop with 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. We'll see what the 1st half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Wilson, the receiver, in motion left.
Check go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Bronco 80. Let's go now. Go.
They'll throw it. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Back at 60. 18 Bradley. 18 Bradley. Huh.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds Mims. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Complete out to the right side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Nix off the play action. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Ready?
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Go! Ready, ready.
From the red zone now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. And up.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
From the 34. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it downfield working left. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
70 Lions!
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Able to find Jones. It's a Seattle touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Now he's York to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
Okay, great.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Nix with it on 1st. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, and not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Set. Panther 11, Panther 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Connects on the crosser. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go. Come 19. Come 19.
Nix from the gun. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one hits for 30. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's go now.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Mims with the grab. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Go.
They'll throw again. Nix. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Hut.
They give up the gut to Walker. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Ready.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
19 Tiger. 19 Lion. Ready.
Back to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Shut up.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Ready, ready.
He'll throw it. He gets loose down the right side. At the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Ready.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Putting a receiver in motion.
Yeah.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Now is York to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Nix. Complete to Mims. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Another try following the sack. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Broncos looking like they'll start this season with a win. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Here he is on 3rd and long. Get some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's on the move. He can run it. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. That hit affected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes the pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Go!
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Catch is made in close. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Come on, set!
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Going after tries good by Lutz. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Ready, ready! Mustang 19! Go!
They'll come out throwing. That one's complete right side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Second and 3 now.
Ready!
From the 37. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They send a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Shut up!
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Ready, ready?
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Trap 60! Ready!
Here's Nix to throw. It's a Denver touchdown! From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game, and now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
On the set.
They'll get this drive started.
60
First and 10.
60 by Viking 18. Hut, hut.
Looking to the air here. That one's caught along the left sideline. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Man in motion here.
Set, go.
They go play action on first. Finds the in route complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Set, ready.
Back now, pressure on its way. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Seattle.